57 coming on the screen there is a plate again, and that's some older semen that Seth Swinson there's kind of worked through and worked down, and I was certainly familiar with those hogs back in the day and wanted to go in and try to put some new blood in Yorkshires here, and we had about 3 or 4 litters of them and very satisfied with them. This guy just reads show bear to me.
Yep.
I mean, you want to talk about a nice barrel length with a big chest and a good head and neck. I like this one quite a little bit. When you talk about projecting out to into July and into those state fairs, this is a bear that I see having just quite a lot of quality.
Yeah, and again, I got Indy Stud wrote down next to 57, and again, for traditional Yorkshire bears, this one's different just in terms of the length of side. He's a shorter back bear, which I think works to his advantage in terms of those regards. And again, still stout featured, really good head and neck, which you'd expect out of that Swinson stuff. And yet with that, for a boar that is a little older using frozen semen, man, this guy's stout for frozen semen, Steve.
He's pretty contemporary.
He is.
He's very contemporary, and Seth's done just an awesome job in bringing that back, and we certainly need more progressive breeders that have the patience and the ability to do that. And you know, I've been trying to do a little bit of that, and Seth had most of the work done. And, you know, the other thing I'll comment here as we get into these Yorkshires, you know, a little bit, there's a lot of Yorkshires today that are moderate. And they're too moderate, and they don't have that kind of look. And most of those moderate ones end up outside themselves, coming or going or both.
Mm-hmm.
And they get chuffy fronted. This is I don't even know if I suppose I describe him as a, you know, maybe a more moderate pig in terms of length of body, and yet he balances really well, and the length of neck is the difference when you start reading maturity in moderate pigs. And I think this pig's maturity, you know, reads right for this pig to be very high quality come August.
Yeah, absolutely. I got Indy Stud wrote next to him. So a real good bear there in 57.